everybody. Today is Tuesday, August 20th, and I got in from London yesterday. Please excuse my appearance. My shirt is all wrinkled and no makeup, no nothing, and I'll explain that right now. My flight home was, I've been traveling since I was 4 years old, internationally, domestically, and I'm not, new to traveling. However, it is the first time I've ever traveled internationally with a connecting flight, ever. And on top of it, I was alone. So I had a pretty good morning yesterday. I got up in the morning. I went to the London Underground station, coach station, which I had the best hotel. I was centrally located to everything. Buckingham Palace was like not even 2 blocks away. So I had a really good location. So I walked a block and a half, caught my bus at 7:30 in the morning. It was only 4 of us on the bus, and I was the only one getting off at the airport. And I had a good morning. I got to the plane on time. I was early. I was waiting for the flight, and then the flight was late taking off. They took their sweet time to board. I know in the United States, and usually in other countries also, there is a rush to stay on schedule, but for whatever reason, these flight attendants didn't seem to really care. So we were late in boarding, and we were late in waiting for the boarding, and then we were late taking off. So on the airplane, the captain came on the screen, and right when we were about to land, saying, if you are taking a connecting flight to the United States, please go straight to security, because Frankfurt, which is where I was going to connect, has a really long security screening process. So I did. I went straight to security. I was one of the very first people online, and it took forever. I will say that if you ever fly into Frankfurt, make sure that you have a connecting flight that's probably more than 2 hours away, because mine was an hour and 5 minutes, because they have one person. They had 2 people working the security line, and the woman, it's not like the United States where, I know here in New Jersey, when you go to Newark, you're on your own. You put everything in the bins and you move, and everybody's in a rush. Over there, this one person is the one doing everything for you, taking every single one of your items one at a time and fitting it just perfectly in the security bins, and it took forever. And so I ran right upstairs, and as I'm walking to my terminal, I noticed that it says 10 something, and I thought, no, it was later than that. I think it was like 1:20, and I was thinking there must be some kind of mistake, because I went from a 5-hour difference in time to then a 6-hour difference in time, and then back to America. So I thought maybe I was just not comprehending the time difference. No. My plane left at 1:30. By the time I reached my gate, it was 1:40. So I had missed it by 10 minutes, and I missed my connecting flight. So I had to be rebooked and run to the next flight. And the woman swore up and down that my luggage would be there, and I had this nagging feeling that something was going to happen, but there was nothing I could do. So I took the next flight, which was embarrassing because they randomly selected you, and I've noticed that a lot of times it's travelers that are by themselves that get randomly selected. So they did a pat down and everything. I was mortified. It was so embarrassing. So, and I gave the woman such an attitude that I was afraid that I was pulling out, the Jersey attitude. I was actually afraid that they were going to take me to some back room and I would never get home. But I was so angry at that point. So yeah, I finally made it home, and I'm waiting for my luggage, and my luggage never arrives, which was really, really upsetting. Right now I don't know where my luggage is. The woman said, don't worry, it's not lost, you'll get it sometime tomorrow night. But I keep checking the tracker, and nothing's in there, which I'm really upset, because I had purchased clothing that was expensive. Luckily, I saved my receipts for pretty much everything I bought before I left. All my makeup is in there, expensive makeup that I have. I had bought a lot of new stuff before I left, new brushes and things like that. So yeah, all my clothes, like my clothes that fit. I have clothes here, but they're all big, and like this one is all wrinkled. I just not in a good mood. So no thought to what I'm wearing right now, and please just excuse. I'm not going to even attempt it. Just really, really upset. And actually, the thing that really upsets me probably the most is I had stuck my scar cream, which you can still see it, and I put it in there because it was more than 2 ounces, and I don't have it, and I don't feel like spending about $50 for a little tube again. And I'm like waiting to see if I get it back. But in the meantime, I'm not putting on the cream, which I should be putting on, and I'm kind of upset. So yeah, not the best mornings. Not really patiently waiting for my luggage, and never ever fly Lufthansa. Whatever you do, just don't do it, and try not to fly into Frankfurt. I wrote them a nasty thing on Facebook and also online to Lufthansa, saying that it is my first time flying with you, and I'll never do it again, because the woman in New Jersey said, I don't know why they told you that your luggage would be there. Anytime that you need to rebook your flight, your luggage will never be there, and you'll have to pick it up at a later time or have it shipped to you. And she said, you're the 6th person. There were 6 other people today that this happened to. So that just goes to show you what kind of airline they are. So whatever you do, don't fly with them if you haven't already. Anyway, so on to my weight loss. I had no scale for 10 days. I had no idea of what I weighed, and that was a little bit nerve-wracking. It's the first time in a long time that I've just relied on what I've been, like what I've learned and what I can and cannot do and things like that. So I had very minimal access to Wi-Fi because we did a lot of sightseeing. So I would use the Wi-Fi in the hotel and in random restaurants, but I didn't really want to waste time trying to track. So I did try, but I didn't do a good job. And if you look at my FitnessPal, which I need to link in my YouTube channel because I never did, there's like foods like scones with the clotted cream, which was my favorite. I knew I would love it because I love scones. And I had bangers and mash, and I had some regional things and wine and things that maybe I couldn't find. So I tried the best that I could. The only thing that saved me was that all the walking that we did. I would do at least 3 hours straight of walking every day. That was when I was by myself, 3 hours straight every day. When I was with my friend that I went with, we walked all day long, so it was more than that. So in 3 hours, I would burn about, like 600 calories. So when I was with her, it was more than that. So I wasn't really too afraid of gaining too much weight. The only thing was the last 3 days of my trip, I ate way more than I should have. I'll give you an example, and you're going to think, oh my goodness, like you're on a diet. In the morning, the last day of my trip, I decided to get out of London because I was kind of, I'm from New Jersey, and it's very fast-paced here, and New York is only 20 minutes away by the PATH train. So I'm used to, fast and rude and things like that. So I was kind of like over the city. And I decided on the last day that I would take a tour and go on a bus and just let them take care of everything, and I would see something different. So I decided to go to the Cotswolds and also to see Blenheim Palace, where Winston Churchill was born. So if you don't know what the Cotswolds are, I would totally Google it. It's beautiful. It's all green space. It's gorgeous. There's a river that runs through the whole thing. Oh, it's so beautiful. So that morning I went to get coffee and wait for the coach, the bus, and I got a chocolate croissant, which I have not had since the last time I went to Portugal. And they made me throw out my coffee because you're not allowed to take an open container with you, even if it has the lid. So I was pretty upset. No coffee. But I had a croissant, and then in the afternoon I had the bangers and mash because I hadn't had it the whole time I was there, and that was the one thing I was looking forward to. And then stupid me, in Blenheim Palace, right before we left, I was like, oh, I'm going to get a scone and some clotted cream and save it for tomorrow morning because I'm not going to have them anymore. Well, the woman didn't have any of those little plastic to-go containers for the cream, and so I had to take it in a plastic cup, and I realized on the bus that it probably wouldn't be good anymore because if it's open, you're supposed to eat it right away. So on the bus ride home, I ate the scone and the clotted cream, and I told myself I would not eat anymore for dinner. Well, that was a lie. I stopped somewhere to get something. I forgot what I stopped for, and I got they have these really good cafes there that make sandwiches fresh. So I got a sandwich, and I went home, and at like 8 o'clock at night on Sunday, I had a sandwich, and then I had with wine, and then I had some chips that were left over. So I ate a ton. So this was kind of consistent for the last 3 days of my trip. So this morning, finally getting back on track, this morning when I stepped on the scale, I knew I would see a gain just because of the fact that for 3 days straight, even though I was walking for about 3 hours every day, you know, good consistent walking, that I was going to gain. So I stepped on the scale this morning. My last weigh-in before I left was 169, and this morning I weighed in at 171. So I gained 2 pounds while I was gone. I'm actually not that upset about it. If it had been me, you know, back from the me in September, I probably would have gained a lot more, and I probably wouldn't have cared. I probably wouldn't even have weighed myself. So to only gain 2 pounds, I know it was only 10 days, but, you know, we did drink a lot, and we did eat what we wanted to eat, and I think I did pretty good. I was able to eat some traditional British foods. I had Indian food there, which I had never had before. I don't like curry, but Indian food is really popular in London, so I had Indian food. Oh my god, and I forgot. In the Cotswolds, I also had ice cream, a shake, and I asked for a small, and it looked like a medium, American medium, because in London, and pretty much all of Europe, I've noticed ice cream is a really huge thing there. Like, people always want ice cream. There's little ice cream stands everywhere. So I had that. That was in addition to all the other food that I had. So yeah, I ate what I wanted to, so I only gained 2 pounds. Now, I'm about to go iron my shirt and go grocery shopping and be back on track. I know it's Tuesday, but I hope to weigh 169 on Friday just to get back to where I was, and then hopefully sometime within the next 2 weeks hit 165, and I think I might do something nice for myself when I hit 165. And yeah, that's my update, my very, very long update, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.